Group 2 in this semi-final stage is now underway, and we're underway here. John Higgins and Joe Perry get things started across the arena. Judd Trump.
Exciting player to watch. Have you ever played Zhao Xintong, Sean?
Yeah, I've played him a couple of times actually, Dominic. Oh,
what?
Yeah, I've played him a few times. The matches don't tend to take very long.
What?
But he is exciting, as you say. I mean, look at that as a starter. There's not many players would have played.
4.
Just to consider is that I think for half the field who are playing today haven't played on the table they're now playing on.
5.
It might not sound a big deal, that, to the uninitiated, but it will make a difference.
A few metres or so. Quite often, one table can play vastly differently to another one, even though they're only a few metres apart, and I've noticed that before, Sean.
A little bit more involved in the event when you're on table 1. When you're playing on these multiple table events that we have and you're on table 7 in the car park, you don't really feel involved in the tournament, and the table's a psychological thing. Could have expected better from that shot, hit them well.
$21.
Jude, similar technique. And if it's worth anything...
That's a good comparison to make there, Phil, actually. Because I think both of these players are guilty of being rather unpredictable at times.
He's off the cushions. Both of these players using a more traditional brand of chalk that we've all seen for a Oh, lovely shot. Into the pack of reds, trusting a bit of luck here. Again, he couldn't have really hit those any better. They've spread Xintong.
37. $38.
But if he were to make a mistake now, he's done all the hard work for his opponent, Judd Trump, and we know how he can score.
Zhao Xintong.
Absolutely, Dom. He's played a good shot there, putting the brown safe. Or you open them early like we did there, and now you risk the counter.
Trump is well aware of Zhao Xintong.
Gets on a bit of a roll. He's close to unstoppable. Where's this red going to finish? Xintong wants that to kick on.
Players there in the arena, just how things are at the moment, and they're both very, very wary of each other. We've seen another tremendous long pot there from Zhao Xintong. Good position on the pink, not to be able to avoid cannoning into it. But that was an excellent.
And good call, Dominic. 5 points.
Zhao Xintong.
Yeah, I suppose the only good thing to come of that really is not that red that was near the pocket into his own good at times, and he's slowed down because of it. I don't know.
Trump just can't quite get going yet, but
there we see. Didn't have to play that shot. Judd actually tried to move the brown there. How's the flick on the black?
What?
That. Not the best start from Judd Trump here, it has to be said.
Sometimes positionally, as you say, definitely played to cannon that brown into play there, but he knows there are a lot of colours around, and he sort of expects to be on one of them. And if it
Goodness, he nearly missed that yellow. Yeah, just about.
Four.
Very popular over there as well. And the great thing about this is that it's prime time.
The line yet.
Zhao Xintong, 11.
And he salvages so many of these frames.
Obviously, with the COVID regulations that we're all experiencing, as we see Judd bang that long red in. Look at the pace he's played it with to come back for the blue. My goodness. Knew that a bolt colour was no good. Alarm bells must be ringing for Xintong here. What I was going to say was that in these times we're living in practice yesterday for either of these players, that'll have a bearing on things.
7.
Just get that little before we all come onto the stage, but that's not really enough when you haven't played for at least 24 hours prior. Here was the shot. Look at this. Missing the green, back for the blue. Real Judd Trump special.
The red on the cushion, not best for...
Thing to do actually in the game. I was just thinking that if you think back to when we first saw it, when O'Sullivan brought it out, some didn't like it, and now it seems to have become so fashionable and trendy. Everyone's at it these days. But you're right, certain.
Yes, I'm afraid when I try to play a shot left-handed,
10.
it has to be extremely rudimentary to say the least. But yeah,
13.
The first frame is a real biggie.
Zhao Xintong, 13, and the frame.
So,
get anything better than a draw, having lost that first frame, you'd have to win the 3 remaining ones, and it's a big ask, especially when your opponent's won the first frame and is therefore more confident than at the beginning of the match.
Don't play the thick safety, play the thin one. Well, in fact, he actually played the single red. That's better than opening the reds everywhere, but he's way short with the cue ball.
One.
Oh, yeah, nice shot.
No.
Oh, it's just gone awkward. That's a little unlucky.
$17. $25.
one of those things that Trump makes look so much easier than it actually is.
He's an expert at this type of shot. Realised the potential for failure there, so played for one of the loose.
Indeed, and knocking this one in opens up another.
39.
into the opposite top pocket.
Black ball there, but he's okay. Oh, it wasn't.
Judd Trump,
Just far jaw.
46.
Did that red, obviously, but this was always far jaw. Very unexpected.
1.
Nice pot on the black, but really, you know, was probably surprised to come back to the table.
Zhao Xintong,
It always
8.
amuses me when you see players with abundant talent who are youngsters.
Coming through the ranks in China, that you don't have a history of snooker in China whereby you can go to your club and play very experienced players and learn from them, which of course was the case. Amateur, and it'd be the same with you, Sean. I mean, we were practicing with players that knew the game more than we did as youngsters growing up, and we learned from them.
1.
Yeah, you're absolutely. Someone like Xintong is when you can pot like this. Perhaps you don't need to win the game, but if you want to take the game to the next level, which he's undoubtedly capable of, leaps and bounds, because he's got every shot in the book.
No.
Him on table 2 this morning. Joe Perry made the initial running. He missed one ball. He should have potted with his eyes closed. Refused to go. Wasn't easy. A source of mild frustration. But the main priority was to win the frame, and he won it
17.
well. So John Higgins leads Joe.
As a left-hander. And that shouldn't cause
45.
too many problems.
This one to the right centre, it frees the other one up. As long as you don't push it towards the pink. Oh, and he has. That could make things
33.
difficult.
Obligated now, because when does he try to move that red?
And then he wouldn't have accidentally cannoned the other red that's pushed it towards the pink now. Oh, that was a kick, my goodness.
41.
Well, he's certainly lucky there. What a fluke. And drops in unbelievably.
Yeah, you know, I think that could be one of the little
49.
differences with these Rasson tables versus these. This is now vitally important. He hits the red here. Has he knocked it on? No, he hasn't.
But he's got to keep this red safe. The object ball's safe, the shot's safe. Now where's this going? It'll be actually pretty good when it
Zhao
stops.
Xintong, 56.
This looks good. This is trouble. Managed to hit it enough to get it to the side cushion. There we are, what a great pot.
1.
Didn't touch the sides, so he's going to need another one here.
He didn't know en route to the pocket would know.
4.
It was really borderline, that. I didn't think it was.
I was referring to the slight differences in these tables to the star tables that we're more accustomed to, and maybe we saw one of those differences there. Maybe that wasn't difficult to say, but I didn't think it was in.
13.
He needs blue, pink and black.
18.
Oh,
31 in the front.
what a clearance from Judd Trump. And you know, like I tell you, by the way, that John Higgins now leads Joe Perry by 2 frames to 0. Perry, as he did in the first frame, missing a couple when he was in the second. Zhao's perspective, winning this frame, it's an absolute must.
And had the composure to string them together. I know we talk about how great he is, you know, single ball potting and all the rest of it, but his mistakes today have been between the ears. And
One.
on the black and into the reds. He's got a reserve red waiting for him.
You can see there in the process of defeating Joe Perry,
5.
3-0.
68.
Now any win's agreeable, as I said, but
23.
it is required. So Higgins, who began with a 98 break in the first frame, couldn't really
17.
ask for more. 86 there. Higgins 3, Perry 0. Next up on table 2, it's Corin Wilson against Ken Doherty.
11.
Will he split the reds off the black? Or will he play for the red at the bottom of the pack that's available and use it?
Bit of a reprieve this for Zhao Xintong. He needs to start doing something now. He hasn't been involved in this match really.
Red. But he has left the other one in the pack. Oh, and that's a monster fluke. Table and into the middle pocket. And as you say, Phil, meanwhile, the cue ball did a somersault round the middle pocket and perfectly on the blue.
Pros used to say backstage, I wish I had Steve Davis's luck. In the 90s, they used to say, I wish I had the luck of that Stephen Hendry.
7.
Now maybe. Tony Drago was scared of flying Davis or Hendry because he thought they were lucky. It's true.
15.
The match-winning visit. Very difficult to see this going wrong here for Judd. Doesn't have to play
18.
any complicated shots. It's a free run to the line.
What I'm used to seeing from him, he seems to have changed his game slightly.
26.
A couple of balls away from being 2-0 behind in this match.
With a victory under his belt is John Higgins in the other group, and just a moment or so ago he had a little chat with our own Nick Teal.
4.
Just a few there, but as I said, if you win your first game, you're at least giving yourself a chance tonight when you come back. So last night I was looking as if I was out, so yeah, everything's a bonus from now on.
John, congratulations.
42.
Cheers, Nick, thanks.
You could also put the black safe if you wished, and that would make things difficult for Zhao. He's chosen to do that. Clever thinking.
Judd Trump, 42.
Frame and match ball.
But he has started playing them in a way that he's got a little bit of cover in mind as well.
I don't blame him for taking this on. I actually expect him to pop this. No, long way out. Seems to play that rather tentatively for me.
Began nicely, fizzled out.
One.
Yeah, and as I say, I've said it a couple of times. I think if I was in Xintong's camp, you know, I'd be bored. He can learn all these things.
One.
There's nothing wrong with his technique.
Mind you, Judd should have put the match to bed there. Rising miss.
Probably need more than that. I can't see him being able to get on the black anytime soon.
8.
But I think he's probably at set.
So all's not lost here.
Zhao Xintong 8.
It is now.
Conceded. Frame of the match, Judd Trump.